Hey 340, Mr. Downs here. And when I got up this morning, I thought that I wanted to have a breakfast that had an egg involved in it. And as much as I love to eat eggs, it actually got me thinking, what exactly is an egg? I mean, sure, there's lots of different ways you could eat an egg. There's deviled, poached, hard-boiled, over easy fried, sunny side up. The list goes on and on, but what exactly is an egg? I mean, we eat it all the time, but it's unlike really any other food that we've ever eaten. Like, it doesn't grow on a tree, it wasn't an animal beforehand, it wasn't grown from the ground, it's not a root like a carrot, it's something completely different, and that got me really curious and excited, so I decided to do a little bit of research about it, and I want to tell you about what I found out right now. So one of the first things that I learned was actually very interesting. It said that the shell of an egg actually has holes in it, like pores in our skin. It kind of allows the egg to continue to take in oxygen and sort of breathe in its own unique way, which was something I found really fascinating because if I look at the egg, even if I look really closely, I can't see any holes. I think I would have to use a microscope about it. What I have here is a picture of a microscopic view of an eggshell. You can see the little pores. Those are the black freckles that are all over that picture. Another thing that got me thinking about eggs was how come we only eat chicken eggs? I mean, sure, we could eat robin eggs, right? But a robin egg is only about the size of a quarter. So if you're thinking about that, one egg, you're going to probably need at least 2 or 3 robin eggs, and that's going to take a lot of different robins to lay those eggs and more time to lay those eggs, whereas the chicken lays about 1 egg per day. I learned a bit about why your human body actually likes eggs too. It's because eggs are packed with protein, which is something that the body needs to rebuild and repair itself after getting injured, or if you're growing like a young person, you need protein for brain development and for body development. So right now, you guys, I want to crack open our egg, and I want to look, and I want to see what it looks like on the inside. Right here I have my cracked open egg, and the first thing that you might notice is the yellow part. That's called the yolk, and the yolk has most of the protein, vitamins, and nutrients that you're going to find inside the egg. The other part that you might notice is this clear water-looking stuff, which a lot of people call the white of the egg. The science term is albumin. The albumin, or white of the egg, is about 90% water, 10% protein. The white part, right here, if you kind of see where my pencil tip is called the chalaza, and that acts as sort of a rope in the middle of the egg that keeps the yolk protected and center. So right now, you guys, I want to show you an egg experiment that I found using eggs. This is something that you could try at home too. So right here, I have 2 cups of water. The cup on the right is just plain tap water. The cup on the left is salt water. It's tap water with salt. I have 2 eggs right here. I'm gonna put one in the fresh water, and it sinks. What do you think will happen when I put the egg in salt water? It floats. That's because when I add salt to the water, it makes the water more dense or heavier. That makes the other things that you place in the water float to the top. If you thought that egg experiment was fun, you should totally check out the other experiments that I have listed in the description below. There's a few links that you can look at that you can do at home if you have the right supplies, time, patience, of course, and a parent's permission. So there's a lot of different ways that you can eat an egg, like I said before, and a lot of different ways that you can prepare an egg. My personal favorite and go-to is over easy with a piece of toast so that I can dip it in the yolk that I have. If you look, I found all these different ways that people around the world eat eggs. Some of them look super delicious, and others, Not so much, but I want you to be the judge of it, and I want to see which dishes you would try and which ones you would say, no thanks on. This is a century egg from China. A century egg is preserved and saved over 100 days before somebody eats it. Would you eat this egg? This is egg curry from India. Usually hard-boiled eggs mixed and stewed in curry and other Indian spices and sauces. Would you eat these eggs? This is bacon and egg pie from New Zealand. It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's bacon and eggs cooked in a pie form. Would you eat these eggs? This is bibimbap from Korea. It's served with rice and vegetables. Would you eat this egg? This is a Scotch egg from the United Kingdom. It's a hard-boiled egg that's rolled in sausage and then fried. Would you eat this egg? 340, thank you so much for taking the time to learn with me about eggs today. You may leave a comment if you'd like to. I hope you are all doing well, and I will see you again soon.